Hi, my name is Alan Lamont. I've talked in other messages about how really world politics today is governed by the Vatican, but also the Crown Empire. Now the Crown, what is the Crown? Okay, I need to explain this. The modern world of the so-called Western civilization, began at the end of the 17th century with the blossoming of the British Empire. That empire actually began several hundred years earlier with the establishment of the City of London, which is now an 800-year corporation that controls finance from an entity called the Crown. And this entity is the creator and controller of the Bank of England, the US Federal Reserve. Also controls the World Bank, the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, the European Union, and various cartels and corporations across the earth. The Crown identity is kept most secret, and the Crown Bank of England really took control and assumed control of the United States during the Roosevelt administration in 1901 to 1909, when its agents, who were really Crown agents, JP Morgan, they took over 25% of American business. The Crown has never really been the King or Queen of England since the establishment of the corporate body, but the British monarchy does rule Parliament in Great Britain, and it is really a figurehead for the Crown, so it does have power through a Vatican knighthood called the Order of the Garter. But the Crown is not the King or Queen of England. They are just figureheads for the Crown, and they are really just an established monarchy of this corporate body. The Crown is the directorate of the corporation, and Great Britain is ruled by the Crown, which is the City of London, not the Queen. And the city is run by the Bank of England, which is a private corporation. There is a private state, a private corporation existing in Britain and within the centre of London. And this city is a sovereign state located in the heart of Greater London. It became a sovereign state in 1694 when King William III of Orange privatised and turned the Bank of England over to the Vatican banksters, and they are today the Knight Templar Vatican knights that rule the financial world. And this city, this corporation, this Crown, is not subject to British law, but it has its own courts, own laws, its own flag, its own police force, exactly like the Vatican City State and Washington DC Columbia. It's also separate from the Metropolitan City Crown Corporation. The police drive red police cars and the uniforms are different from the Metropolitan Police. Also, the Crown in London houses the privatised Bank of England, the Lloyds of London, the London Stock Exchange, and all British banks. The branch offices of 385 foreign banks, as well as 70 US banks, as well as Fleet Street newspapers and publishing monopolies. Also controls the world media and world intelligence. It's really out of London, the Crown City of London, which is also the headquarters of British Freemasonry, overseen by the British monarchy, and also underneath her is the Duke of Kent. But it's really from London that World Freemasonry is governed, and this includes even the Grand Orient Masonic Order, and also the Washington DC Scottish Rite. In 1945, the Bank of England was nationalised by the Labour government, and is allegedly, no longer a private bank, but the bank actually, it governs over even the Federal Reserve, and that is ruled over by the Rothschilds. But they are really, just bankers for the Pope. They are just guardians of the Vatican Treasury. The City of London also has its own Lord Mayor, different from, the current mayor, and it's really the mayor who has the power in the Crown Corporation, and also, they really represent the bloodlines, the royal banking families, the merchants of the earth. And when the Queen wishes to conduct business in the city, she is met by the Lord Mayor at Temple Bar. The Temple Bar really does rule over the United States of America. A Temple Bar and their associate franchises come from what's called the four inns of the temples of Kor, the inner temple and the middle temple. You can do this on the internet. All you have to do is go on Google and type in inner temple, middle temple. Their websites will come up, on which you will see a Pegasus white horse with the sunburst of the Jesuit seal of the Jesuit order around this Pegasus horse. It's really a white horse, and you know, there's a prophecy in the Bible about this. In Revelation 6 verse 2 it talks about the Antichrist. It says, I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Revelation 6 verse 2. The white horse is the symbol of the British Empire, Order of the Garter, Crown Corporation. This is revealed in Scripture, and it's very clear. It's also the same white horse which is the symbol for the CFR, Council on Foreign Relations. It's a Jesuit symbol, Pegasus, and it's also the Jesuit order. The Vatican Jesuit papacy govern the Honourable Society of the Inner Temple. Now the Inner Temple is the real core group that govern London, the City of London, the corporation. And the City of London, also governs Parliament, and really, I've said previously that the Queen really is the figurehead for this corporation, but the Queen actually does have authority over the Prime Ministers through the, as I've said, Vatican Knighthood, the Order of the Garter. And so that's what I'm revealing in this audio, is the real control, that's hidden. And the whole earth really is governed by the Crown, and they are just, what's called Crown colonies really. They belong to the city. They belong to the Crown Empire. And it governs Africa, it still governs China, it governs India, regardless of, what we've seen over the last few decades. The colonies of the earth are really just Crown colonies. The United States of America are states of the Crown. And so this is the real truth about the New World Order. And I'm bringing it out again, I'm bringing it out in different ways, but this is the real revelation of the structure. Okay, my name is Alan Lamont, and thanks for listening, and as always, again, all roads lead to Rome, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.